And good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, or even good morning, depending on where you are in the world. How are we on this wonderful evening? I can see my messages are not popping up on the right hand side, which means there's an issue somewhere. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Right, let's get something fixed before we get started, shall we? So, I think it's probably going to be. What is it going to be? It's not that one. It's going to be this one, I think. So let's copy this. Anyway, let's. I am going to try and figure this out, as I very badly tried to multitask. I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe this might work. There we go. There we go. Look at that. See? Just like that. But that's a bit big. That is definitely a bit on the big side. Anyway, we'll we'll figure this out after, I think. Or should we try and fix it now? Maybe we should try and fix it now. How are we this evening anyway? Let's see what we've got here. So good. Is this going to load? Come on. Surely this is not broken as well. Surely. Oh, I guess it is broken. So featured chat overlay. Let's do this. So this is obviously always a good start to the stream. Let's see if that works. Is that going to load for me? What do we need to do something else? Because otherwise this is going to be very fun. It's going to be fun a lot. This is going to be a fun evening anyway. We will... is that going to load? Nope, still not loading. Anyway, this is what happens when I try to make some last minute changes before the stream. Never goes down well. Definitely not recommended. Let's see why this is working. This is working. Why is the featured chat not working? Sorry, this is bugging me. And I don't like it when something's not working. If I do that, that should be working. Yep, that is definitely working. So why is it not coming up there? Right, last try, and then we're going to get into this live stream. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Be patient. Be very, very, very patient. And we will get there. Right, let's go there. And then let's go right-click Properties. Let's scroll down. Let's refresh the cache. And let's try this again one more time. Let's go. Hey, there we go. Right, now we can start the live stream. All right. Maybe I should just stop and start again, maybe. But anyway, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hey, Black Jedi. Yep, definitely hit that like button. We can get into this now if you haven't started already. So yeah, let's get the like button going. We'll have a look how many of us are there in a few moments. I think you rewrote that. Good afternoon or good evening, Vasil. How you doing? Good afternoon from a windy and chilly central Texas. So we are at 4 degrees today. So it's cool, but it's probably it's probably a little bit warmer with that. What's up with that name? So I actually watched something on YouTube from last week, and apparently they've done this on purpose. So they've actually done this on purpose, where it shows your handle now rather than your name. So whether that's deliberately, whether that's been very highly requested or what, I don't know. YouTube shows handle. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why that would be. I'm pretty sure I read something last week or saw a video on it last week or about that. I'm hoping this doesn't play live. But anyway, it's one of YouTube's updates. It came a few months back, and yeah, it's something that's definitely there. So I don't think it's going anywhere. Let's put it that way. Hey Mark, how you doing? So maybe you want to go out there and update your handles. That's for sure. Hey Omo, how you doing? Hello from down under. Welcome. I'm guessing it is a Monday morning for you. So yeah, not looking forward to that. Definitely not, but good morning anyway to you. Family are doing all well. Thank you very much for asking. Yep, they are. So I think while I was in Miami, my little one got chickenpox, and then my other one, my youngest one, 9 months, he got it a few weeks ago, and he's finally recovering. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And then obviously we have the fun of the colds to deal with on the way. So yeah, that's always all fun and games. Let's see what else have we got. I'm going to say that's Rex Cerrito. I don't know. I apologize if I have your name wrong. Hello from Denver. Hello. Good evening or good afternoon for you, I should say. If I have two G3 intercoms in each building, I'm guessing that's going to be leading on to something else. It's me, XT. So I think in some instances, some of you guys are going to have to tell me your names because obviously I know you come on a week in, week out schedule. Some of the names obviously are very similar to the handles, but there's some which you probably join regularly and your handle is completely different. So yeah, just pop your name out. I can't promise I'll remember, but yeah, just keep reminding me anyway. You are good. Live streams always challenging. Yeah, I mean, it's my own fault really. I made a tweak right at the last second before I was about to start. And yeah, it's one of those things. It happens. It happens. Kim R9104 or Kimmer 9104, however that's pronounced. Hello from Barcelona. Good evening. Good evening. We are at 7 degrees C. Oh, that's cold. That's definitely cold. Hi Monty, can I limit the directory to list only the units in the building in the G3 intercom? I have 2 intercoms in each building and have 3 buildings, all on a UDM Pro Max. That is a very good question. I want to say yes. In a different building, I think you can list out what directory and what doors get triggered with that. So I would say yes at the moment, but it's probably something you definitely want to be tested to be sure. Hi Monty, finally rainy Cyprus. Well, if you enjoy the rain, then sure. It was raining yesterday here in the UK, but yeah, it's a little bit cooler again this morning. I'd rather it be a bit cold and not rain, but hey, we can't win them all, can we? The display name probably has to do with YouTube bringing back direct messaging. Yes, I did read about that. That's coming back soon. That's going to be interesting. Hello, is the AI key worth the investment? Seems lately that Protect is crashing, poor detections, firmware's half-baked, AI detections. So the AI key for me, it depends on what you're going to be using it for. I mean, for me, if you want to be able to add some more, like it's not the AI port, so it's not going to give you instant AI detections on your cameras. But if you want it to go back through and add those AI detections, it can almost be instantaneous. It really depends on how many cameras you have going. So yeah, I mean, I think it's in its infancy. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I definitely think it's in its infancy in terms of the AI key and what it can do. And I think there's going to be a lot more to come. So keep that one in mind. Yes, sometimes the firmwares are a bit of a pain. They can be. Touch wood, I've not had too many issues with the firmwares generally. And I do tend to go to alpha. I do tend to go to early access. Sorry, from time to time and release candidate. So that, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. So I've read a few things about the Protect updates recently being like this, but I've not noticed it. So anybody else, if you've noticed this let me know down in the chat if anybody else has had this issue. But I mean, as far as investment goes, I think for a long term, depending on how can I word this in a way? So I wouldn't go all out if you're looking for it for a residential build, unless you do a lot of searching within your footage that you're looking for something all the time. I probably would say at this point, maybe not worth the investment. But if you're a business and you're looking for things and you know you have a a big security presence that you're going to need to search for stuff, then yeah, I think it's worth the investment at this point. But in the future, that answer might change depending on what comes about. I do not like the handle showing. Lots of recent YouTube changes recently have not been great for me. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to move along, right? They're trying to show that they're doing stuff. They had their YouTube thing a little while ago where they showcased a whole load of stuff. The one thing I'm looking forward to is actually the co-streaming. They're going to make co-streaming natively. So for those that didn't see last, I think it was on Wednesday, the 26th, Cody, Clay, myself, and Jesse, we did a live stream. So you can go out and check those out if you want. And I guess now's probably a good time for me to go to my channel and for us to talk about the latest videos. Let's go to here. That should work, but then you can't see me. So let's turn that on, and now you can see me. Wonderful. Let's go here. So we have a few new videos that we've released. So I don't know, actually, maybe I should have actually put these in the title. I can't remember when I actually did those videos. So we have the Black Friday sale. So we have today and tomorrow that's running out. I think it's midnight PST time in the US. So actually, no, that'd be different for each country, I think. So let's go to store.ui.com. Let's do this together. So let's go here. So this one is running till... oh no, it does say 11:15. Oh no, that is the US store. Oh, that's annoying. Austria here, EET time. So yeah, depends on where you are in the country. It basically ends on the midnight, nearly towards the midnight on the 1st of December. So in the UK, it's 12:59 p.m. GMT. Oh, it runs at midday. No, 11:59 p.m. That's at night. That's not AM. So yeah, it's almost basically the 2nd of December. You have until then to buy. I don't know what's left in stock. There's 1 day, 3 hours left. I just saw that. But yeah, if not, take advantage of the free delivery. If you haven't, and if you are looking to buy, I would strongly encourage you to use my affiliate link if you are looking to purchase anything, as that definitely helps out the channel depending on what you're buying. And I'll leave that link down in the comments. There we go. So yeah, if you are looking to buy anything, that does help me. But we have a few videos we had. So that was the Black Friday. We had the UDB IoT. So that was the Internet of Things devices that was released last Sunday. And then we had the UDB Switch. So UDB Switch was quite a good one, and I think it's a really useful product. The UDB Switch is going to be very interesting for a lot of different deployments. Let me go back to, actually, before I go back there, so that's the UDB Switch. And then we had Network 10. So we had some big updates. Okay, I wouldn't say big updates. We had some updates in there. I think a big one was IPv6. A lot of people had been in there waiting for something like this. But I did do, so within my video, I show you some bits around IPv6. I'm still wrapping my head around a lot of IPv6 concepts. I mean, I know some of it, but I'm still wrapping my head around the rest. And it's definitely one of those things that it's going to be coming at some point. I know they've said that for years, but yeah, it's something that is definitely going to be coming at some point. So definitely worth, any of you network engineers out there, definitely worth wrapping your head around the IPv6 stuff and how it works in parallel with IPv4. So yeah, worth having a look at. So any of those videos of interest to you, you know where to find them. Where are we? Oh, I'm quite behind on the comments. So Pondus 68. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that name. But evening from Norway. Good evening. Glad to hear everyone's getting better. Yep. Well, it's probably about my time to get sick now. So that's probably what's going to happen. Hi, Carlos from Zimbabwe. I wanted to know, when you create a guest network with a captive portal, can that be added to PPSK? Very good question. Can it be added to PPSK? Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. And I can't be for sure. Just making sure I'm not showing my screen because I can't show you it at the moment. Let's have a look. System Wi-Fi networks. I'm going to have to come back to you on that one. I don't know for sure. If anybody in the comments knows, I'm not going to go through and start trying to create a full network right now. But if anybody knows the answer to that one, please do pop it down in the comments. Just a suggestion, uploading a vid on ad blocking, Pi-hole or something similar. Ad blocking. So ad blocking was one of those things, but it would be probably more native out of Unify. Pi-hole, maybe. I did one on Pi-hole a very long time ago. Yeah, maybe I'll do one on Pi-hole. We'll see. Cool. I will definitely know that, Kim. 11.4 degrees C in Barcelona. Okay, nice. That's it's definitely not bad. It's not as bad as 4 degrees. We were supposed to have a cold front blow through, and it's supposed to be 2.2 tomorrow morning. Oh, wonderful. Maybe if you're lucky, you might get to see some frost. Maybe. My protector's been working fine. Both my UMVR Pros, one for EA, the other one running GA. What fiber cable would work for this? I'm assuming you've written something further down. I was able to catch the live stream while I was on vacation. Yeah, it was good fun. I mean, like I said, so if you haven't gone to see that, check it out. It was good to talk with other people on there rather than, I guess, someone just listening to me, which I don't mind. I mean, obviously, I'm here to talk to you, and we see how things go. But it's something a little bit different. So maybe we will do something in a. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be happening weekly or regularly, but maybe once in a while we'll get together and we can do a bit of a live stream. Hi, question for you. What are the default smart detections that the doorbell light is capable of? So what are the default smart detection that the doorbell light is capable of? Same as G5 turret or G6 turret? So it just does vehicle, it does person, and it does animal. Those are the 3 detections that the doorbell light can do. It can't do the AI stuff, so it can't do face, it can't do license plate. So keep that one in mind when you are trying to get that one set up. In my video, you'll probably have a look. It does show you. I can't remember if it's still in there. But I did have something on there which shows you how to set it up with face detection and license plate detection. But that only worked because I had the AI key. So that's the reason that worked. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so if I go here, get to the right screen. So this is the doorbell light. You can see up there, it's the doorbell light. And you can see smart detections, people, vehicle, animals. So those are the 3 type of detections that you'll get. Okay. Hopefully one we would be able to run the AI key software on our own hardware. I can't make any further comment on this, but yeah, maybe it's something that may come about in the future. Read into that message, however you see fit. But yeah. So what works with this? So the OM4 LC UPC fiber patch with a 25 gig multiple. I think you would be fine with that. So you have a 25 gig multi-mode optical module. And I think on their, do they show it on their website? No, they don't. That's a bit annoying. They have the multi-mode. Yeah, so the OM4 should be fine. Multi-mode patch. Do they, what's the support? What's the support? Available lengths, duplex. So I'm just having a quick read of this. Making sure that it will do what you need it to do. With the OM4 LC, yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work. OM4. Yeah, I think that would work. I don't see why not. I'll let anybody else chime in on that if they want, but yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work. Anyway, did you personally buy anything for Black Friday? I love that they also offered free shipping in the US. I didn't, unfortunately, not at this point. I am. If you could see my room, I have one too many boxes at the moment, so I decided not to buy anything at this point. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that free delivery. That's for sure. Definitely take advantage of that one. How much is the discount on the G5 PTZ? I think they changed the original price too. I don't know if they changed the original price. I know some stuff has gone up anyway, as we've seen some prices go up. But G5 PTZ, is it even still in stock? It is still in stock. I mean, £239. I mean, that sounds about right. I might be wrong. I mean, it might have been a little bit less. But yeah, I think that sounds about right. And it's £216 now, including VAT. So a decent amount of discount there. Okay, let's have a little look here. So that is my store link. So we don't need that. Why UDB not support VLANs? Is that just the UDB itself, or are you talking about the UDB switch? If you're talking about the UDB, oh, it's been a little while since I used it, so I can't remember. But the UDB switch definitely does support VLANs. Cool. I've always wanted one of those 10 gigabit to Thunderbolt interfaces. I'll use your link. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Talk had a big update. Yeah, I did catch some of Cody's stream earlier, and I saw he was talking about Talk. I didn't catch it all, but I'm going to have a quick look at the releases now, because I still have a phone sat behind me that I need to set up at some point or another. Talk. Where are we? 2 weeks ago. Smart attendant, one-click phone adoption. I'm not going to switch this over because I would need to go into ability. Okay, cool. I might have to have a look at that one, that update. Which router wins? 2,995 square feet and 173 devices. It's a little bit more difficult than that. I would probably say that there's a few other questions that need to be answered on this. One would be, obviously we know the size of the home. It would be how many rooms are there? Is it just the router you're looking for? You're looking for Wi-Fi access points? 173 devices, but are they mainly IoT devices? Are they high throughput devices? Like, there's a few additional questions with that. I mean, if you wanted to go with a safe bet, and you just want a router or a cloud gateway, I would just throw you down the unified cloud gateway fiber. But there could be a better solution for you out there. So yeah, I would probably ask a few more questions off the back of that. Are installers experiencing inventory shortages as viewed on the UI retail website? I mean, the inventory shortages they're getting better. There has been problems in a long time ago, but I mean, you will find issues when it's like when Apple release a new product, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. You're going to have people buying it constantly until that sort of dips a bit, and then they start coming back into stock more regularly. I think I don't know about the US, but in the EU, the AI key was the same. It was out of stock, and recently it's been in stock quite often now. So they're definitely getting a supply of them. So yeah. Also, you might be feeling it a bit at the moment with the free delivery, and also just at the time of year, there's probably a bit more purchasing going on. Installers often ask 6A or 6E, especially for PoE, more than 60 meters. What's your recommendation in your region? Is there a price difference between them? Cat 6A is definitely more expensive. Cat 6E, I might be sounding completely stupid here, but I mean, Cat 6E, is that like external rated? Like I'm missing something here. Cat 6E. There is no Cat 6E standard. Okay, so it's either 6 or 6A. I'm just looking at this website. Like, I've not heard of 6E before. I've definitely heard of 6A. So the telecommunication industry introduced two performance standards, Category 6 and Category 6A. However, there is no Category 6E standard. 6A is definitely a lot more tough. Obviously, the cable's a bit more thicker. If you can afford 6A, it's just got that you're future proofing yourself a little bit more. In terms of length, it can run. Does it say this here? 10 gig at 180 feet. So 6 and 6A doesn't say what it is for 6A. But they all have a 328 feet performance distance. This has a higher megahertz, time to transfer, potential bandwidth per second. Well, you can definitely get 10 gig out of Cat 6. It's just got to be over a shorter distance. Cat 6A can extend up to 100 meters and transfer still at a 10 gigabit speed. So you're probably better off definitely going with the Cat 6A to give you. Cat 6E has not been implemented or qualified. I'm just having a quick read. It's not technically a recognized standard. So Cat 6E means enhanced. Indicates da da da. So it still does 10 gig at 100 meters. So yeah, either or, I guess, at this point. But obviously 6A is the recognized standard. So you might see a price difference between E and A. E being a little bit cheaper, despite it probably giving you a similar sort of performance. It might be, it might be one of those things. If you don't mind checking for me, I recently purchased an Express 7, and we'll be setting it up in the next few days. Yeah, I will try and get a look at that. No problem. Hello from Haiti. Hello. I can't say I've had someone from there before. But welcome to the stream. Have you tested the USB 5G 5 gig? I'm guessing USB-C adapter. What do you think? Do you think it's worth it? I haven't tested it, to be honest with you. I've tried the 10 gig one, and I got 10 gig with it. It's not something I use on an everyday basis, but that's the one I had. That's the 10 gig one, but there is a 5 gig one. I think there's a few reviews out there. Let me have a quick look. A lot of people will tell you can probably get cheaper ones out there, and you might be able to, but I don't know what components have been used within 5 gigabit USB-C. Surprisingly, there is no YouTube video out there on it. Look at that. That's the USB-C. There's my 10 gig Ethernet one. There's that one. Oh, nobody's done a video on it. Interesting. Maybe that's one to do a video on then. But yeah, I mean, to me, these adapters are adapters. I mean, they're going to do what they say on the tin. So yeah, I think it will do what you want it. I think it will do what you want it to do. Will be my first time using Unify. Okay, cool. Well, good luck. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it should be relatively straightforward. I don't know if you can do it with a guest portal. I'd have to check, like I said, but my initial thoughts would probably be not. But yeah, we'll have a look. Where did we get to? When I search my files on my UNAS with a drive UI, I would like to see the full path or the open file path, but I cannot find that option. Did I miss something? So when you search for a file, excuse me, it's been a very long day. I would like to see the full path. So that's in the drive UI. Let's have a look. Unify. I'm not going to show this on the screen, but I will search this on the side. Let's go here. So when I search for something, let's just search for Unify actually. Okay, so when I search for something, you would like to see the item location. But it just tells you. I mean, it doesn't give you the full location, which I guess is what you're looking for. But if you click into the folder, can I show you this? What's on here? G6. Okay. Or I don't like sharing something I don't know about. Okay. Right. So this is a quick search in it. So we have the G5, G6 AI, for example. We can see it's in my YouTube backup folder, which we can click on there. And then we have all of this in here. So we have the file location at the top, but it doesn't tell me exactly if there's anything else within there, unfortunately. So yeah, there's no real quick way to find a, just move that back. So there's no way to actually be able to find the location of it from what I can see. And also I'm quite zoomed in. So, yeah. Thank you. I'll add an AI port to the doorbell light then. Yeah, no worries. I'm about to place a UDR6 with a UDR7 in my home lab. How do I delete my... So, I mean, I would just do a factory reset. If you're doing a factory reset, it will delete all your footage and everything from the storage. Or if it's an SD card inside there, I can't remember what the UDR6 had. If it's an SD card, just take it out and format it, and it'll be gone. Doorbell light feedback, I love it. With HA, my HomePod and HomeKit as a chime. Oh, that's what I should have done in my video. I did that with the doorbell a long time ago. I used my HomePod as a doorbell. Maybe I might do another video on that, do an updated one. I just need to find a way to make my visitors actually press the button instead of wait. Yeah, that would be useful. That would be useful for sure. I currently don't have any unified products yet. Would you recommend getting a UDR7 or should I get another modem because I want to add 3 outdoor cameras? If you're looking for an all-in-one device, then the UDR7 is ideal. It's perfect for you. It will do all of it. It has an SD card built into it. It's a good starting point for sure, and it's a powerful unit. But if you want to start adding a lot more into there, so if you're going to add more than 3 cameras, so if you're going to start adding 5, 6, 7, 8, then you might want to start looking for something else because the UDR7 can only handle a certain amount of cameras. But yeah, it's definitely a good starting point, for sure. And you can always add a switch to it. You don't have to just have the UDR. You can add another switch, and you can add another access point. But it's just the camera limitation on it. I can't remember exactly what it is. Let's have a look. Is it still in stock? I know it went. It was very popular in the Black Friday deals. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's out of stock. Cloud gateways, Wi-Fi integrated. Yeah, it's sold out at the moment. So that was it. In terms of what, so yeah, 5 HD cameras, 2 4K cameras, and 1 4K camera. So keep that one in mind when you are setting your UDR7 up. If you've got HD cameras, you can do 5, 2K, you can do 2, 4K, you can do 1. Otherwise, you want to start looking at some of the other gateways. So you can look at a compact one. I mean, you've got the Cloud Gateway Max that supports a little bit more in terms of the technical. So that has a few more cameras in there, 15, 8, and 5. And then you also have the Cloud Gateway Fiber. So the Cloud Gateway Fiber gives you 10 gig in terms of a couple of 10 gig ports in there. The Cloud Gateway Max is 2.5 gig. So it really depends on what you're after. Thanks. Good to see the UK plug to the C14 cable now available. Yeah, I did see that. Saw that came through a few days ago. So I thought your comment came to mind from my live stream last time. So hopefully that's useful for you now, and you can just plug something straight in. So for those that don't know, UPS. Because it's still showing us coming soon in the UK store. So here, this is what came about. So you can obviously get the C13 to C14 adapters, but for those in the EU, you can get a Type F, which is that one, and for those in the UK, you can get a Type G, which will be for a UK plug. I might actually order a few of these myself. It's quite useful actually, while the free delivery is there. I don't know, would that work from the EU? I'd need to check anyway. Not going to check that now. G6 turret or G6 dome? Ooh, good question. So it really depends on how you're going to set this up. If you like the look, if you're going to be mounting it into a junction box, then you can use the dome because it's got a pigtail on it. So I'll show you. This is the G6 Pro turret, and just like the turret has a pigtail on the back of it, so you need to be able to put that into a junction box behind it or a back box or however you're doing it, and then screw this in. The other thing to note is the bullets, which I don't think I have one lying around anywhere, unfortunately. But the bullets, you can just plug a cable straight into the back of it, so you can actually drill it into the wall or wherever you're going to put it. In terms of the image quality, I think they're fairly similar in fact they're the same specs, so the image quality is going to be fairly similar. I have a video where I do a comparison against them, so if you want to go and check that out, there's a comparison on my video on my YouTube page. Any idea what the purpose of the USB port on the G6PTZ is? I have no idea. I'm assuming it's going to be something. I'm assuming it's going to be something maybe they haven't released yet, or I wouldn't think you would be able to put an enhancer on there. Maybe it is for an enhancer. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the G6 PTZ in a few weeks, so yeah, didn't realize there was one on there. Color night vision is very important to me. Which Unify cameras would you recommend to me has the color night vision? Has the color night vision without the enhancer? This one right here. Oops. This is the G6 Pro turret, and this has color night vision. It has this on here. I am literally about to push the button. Maybe tomorrow. I'm releasing my video on this. It might be just members only for a day or two. So if you are, or I might even release it tonight as a members only one. So if you are a member or you want to become a member of the channel, you get access to early access to some of my videos. And even if not, even if you just want to help the channel out, you can become a member. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of the sales plug. But that video is coming, so just be patient. Another day or so, and that video is going to drop. It is ready to go. I just need to get it uploaded and do all the good stuff with it, and then I can post it out. So it's ready. Hello, hi from New Zealand. Just getting into Ubiquiti ecosystem. Is there any negatives to using a strike lock for my home? No one does this, but I would like to use Ubiquiti rather than HA automations. I can't remember the answer to this question. Frederick actually put this in the chat last time, and I can't remember what he wrote. But there are some drawbacks to what people say using a strike lock in a home. I think it was more the security side of things, and obviously the fail safes with them. So I think that was the main thing. But if anybody has any comments on this, please do pop it in the chat. Just network EFG. Yeah, I mean, if you want to run just network, you can use the Enterprise Fortress Gateway. It might be a bit overkill, but yeah, it's one of those things. If you can afford it, there are people out there who do run the EFG just running network on their gig or 2 gig internet connection. So it's down to, sometimes it's down to what you can afford. Did you start using object-oriented networking? I find it very messy, especially when reviewing zone-based firewall rules and determining what rules apply to, what each rules applies to. So I've used it, so I've done a video on it. I've used it, and I wouldn't really. The zone-based, the object-oriented networking is really good. Would I think it replaces the zone-based firewalls and rules? No, probably not. Is it a one-stop shop? Can you do everything from there? Yes, you probably can, but like you said, you might find it a bit messy when you start reviewing the zone-based firewall rules, because there's certain rules that you might want to put in certain sections, and you might want to be able to filter them certain ways, and then it starts getting a bit clunky in terms of, but obviously if you've created those rules, you can understand in terms of what format, how you've set them up, and where they're going with that. But it's definitely a good concept. If you're looking for something to do something specific with a client, I would probably do it more on a client level than a network level, unless you have something specific on a network level, like, we have VLAN A and we don't want it to see B, C, D, but we want it to see E, and you just want that on an allow list, then that might be easier to do. But if you're trying to do all of them all in one shot, I don't think it's going to work out very well for you. Cat6e is a marketing thing. Okay, interesting. Also consider the fire safety code for Cat6 cabling up to 40 meters for 10 gig, and Cat6a will be better up to 40 gig. Last day for the yeah, I had this one on Cody's stream earlier. So I think I turned around and said that, yeah, there's still a chance they might release it. I mean, is it still coming soon? Has it gone to coming soon? Let's have a look. Available November 2025. I have no doubt somebody will be awake. Somebody will be awake till midnight tonight, and probably that too in the US time, waiting to buy this. And if it does become available, it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, I hope when they send it, they send us the if we get it. That is, I say if they send it. I hope they send us the enhancer with it, because I think the enhancer does announcements, if I remember correctly from the videos. So I actually want to see how that works, because I think a lot of people are going to be interested in the announcements. Where do we get to? So the G6 180 isn't coming out this month, like mentioned on the website. I think I would refer to a normal Reddit comment that I generally see as, "Are you new to Ubiquiti?" Because it's happened a few times, and you know what, things happen within a business, and a lot of people give them a lot of. I'm not defending Ubiquiti on their side. I know a lot of people give them crap for obviously being late, but sometimes things happen. I mean, they might get delayed because of it might be a QA issue, it might be a technical issue, it could be a hardware issue. There could be a specific reason why it gets delayed. You have to realize, and I'm not saying this about Ubiquiti, I'm saying this about a lot of companies, as they gear up, as they start releasing stuff, they'll go through iterations. If they're in sort of an agile format, they'll be going closer and closer and closer, and they think, yeah, we're going to target this date, we're going to hit this date, and sometimes it doesn't get hit. Things happen, and it can just take someone as your main engineer being off sick, or the main designer being off sick for a month or a week or whatever, and it can just throw out your whole timescale. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending what they're doing or why it's always late, but anything can be the reason for it. And then I guess the other flip side is people will probably turn around and say, well, don't recommend or don't put a date against it. Just leave it as coming soon. And then people will be asking, well, when is it coming? When is it coming? But anyway, we'll move on. Hello from Dublin. Hello. Ariel David. Recently, I bought some gear for my house: a UDM SE, USW Pro Max, and 3 Access Point U7 Pro XGs, and 2 PTZ6. Do you recommend a gate access and car charger for Unify? It depends. I mean, if you like the idea of the gate access, then sure. I mean, you can always get that installed. That's no problem. It does. I wouldn't say it works. Yeah, well, I guess it's a unified system, right? So you're keeping everything under one ecosystem, which will be good. I've used, and I know I've said this multiple times, and I'm getting closer. I promise you this video is coming. There's a Unify Access video that's coming, so I've done some stuff around that. I didn't really use the gate access keypad, but I've used the G3 Reader Flex. So that's quite, so I want to say I hope it's coming this week. I say that loosely. I'm 90% there with my recording, and I'm editing as I'm going along. So hopefully as soon as I get my final bits recorded, I'll be able to publish this video. But again, it'll go to members only first. So if you want to become a member, and no more sales pitch, I'm done. We'll move on. But yeah, I mean, in answer to your question, if you want gate access, I mean, it's a good system. It's a clean system. So if that's something you want to add, in terms of the car charging, I think there's only been 2 people that have done videos on it, and I think Clay from DPC is one of them. I mean, go and check that out. I've not used it yet, so I couldn't really comment on how well it works and what does and what doesn't. But it looked pretty good. So you can go and check that out. Can you configure a UXG Lite over the phone app, no controller? Oof, that is a very good question. I can't. I would try and blag my way out of this, but I'm not going to. I'll be honest with you. I haven't actually tried to set up something that doesn't. I've never had a reason to set something up until now. To set up something without a controller. I think now this is going all the way back to back in the days of the USG. I'm pretty sure that you used to have to set up the controller first and then adopt the USG. But things have changed. That was a very, very long time ago. I haven't set up a UXG Lite by itself. So yeah, anybody else has, please feel free to answer that question. Wow, I still have quite a few questions to go through. I like this. Maybe I'll be talking for 2 hours today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be around for 2 hours. I'm not going to be around for 2 hours. But anyway, what's the next one? Why is my video frozen? Right. I don't know if I'm back yet or if I'm not back. I think I might be back. That has not happened to me in a little while, where my machine just randomly freezes. And this time it wasn't even a blue screen. It just randomly froze. So I don't know. I'm just trying to pull up the chat window. I can't see what you guys are saying, if you are saying anything at the moment. So I am just trying to pull up everything right now. So if I am back and you can hear me, then just bear with me 1 minute while I bring up the window. Yeah, there we go. Yep, definitely bloody Windows users. Yes, I want to get a Mac. So the only reason I used to keep this is because I used to stream to a different platform which only has a Windows platform account. And yeah, wait, let me bring this up. So we have all of this information here. Right, I am catching up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It's like I'm starting the stream all over again. Chat. Let's refresh that. Click that. Let's refresh that. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see if this works. Because this isn't annoying, is it? Right, where did we get to? I did have them all up here somewhere. I have a 10 gig. Is this going to load? Is it going to load? No, it's not going to load. Oh, chat. I think it's because I opened this after I opened OBS. Shutdown source. Anyway, tell you what. Let's do this. Is this working here? Okay. Give me 1 second. We're almost there. We are almost there. Right, is this going to work? Nope, it's not going to work because I opened it after. Anyway, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's bring this over here. And you can see what I can see. For once. Right. Let's go back to here. And let's bring me up right here. So I'm hoping that's not too small. Right. So here we go. Here's a whole bunch of stuff that I generally see. So you can see what I see. Right. What's the AI key? It's being advertised as and what the AI finds, but it doesn't work. I want someone to do a serious view on the AI key in the real world. There are some reviews out there. You can feel free to. I mean, when I was using it for the stuff that I was using, it was working. I've read some reviews, mixed reviews out there in terms of some people say it doesn't work, doesn't do anything. So it really depends. And I apologize if I've read some of these already. Are they coming up? No, they're not coming up. Yeah, for this to work, I'd have to close OBS and I'd have to redo this. But anyway, color night vision is very important to me. Which camera would you recommend? Do you have plans to review the G6 Pro turret? So I don't know if I answered this or you caught this at the end, but yes, I do. The G6 Pro turret is here and I have reviewed it and it's coming out in the next day or two. I would definitely hold fire. If you want to become a member, because I'll be putting it on my members only page maybe tonight. Maybe. If I get a chance, I'll maybe do it tonight. But yeah, it'll be coming out in the next few days anyway. By the way, who was correct last week with the prediction on the release date? So it came out on Thursday. So whoever said Thursday on the G6 Pro turret, congratulations, as you definitely got it right. So yeah, that's one to we should do the same with with the G6 180, but I don't think that's coming out. Even though I can see Frederick mentioned somewhere that I said glass half full. Yep, I think I'll be there. And if it does come out tonight, then yeah, we'll all be very much on panic buying. Just found out the environment sensor will only do temperatures of a safety zone, which is 0 to 45. Hoping they will extend that in the near future. Hopefully, but that could be down to a heat and cool thing. Not sure. Hey TJ, how you doing? Get yourself a cloud gateway fiber. Yep, that's kind of the way I was going. Unify is addictive. Once you start, you want to add other devices. Yep, it definitely is. It definitely is something with you. I don't know what it is. It's like once you buy a product, they're like, okay, buy more, buy more, buy more. But anyway, what time are we? I think we're coming up to an hour, so I will go for another 5. I'll try and cover as much of these as I can, so I'll give it another few minutes. Just ordered a few C14 cables. Yeah, I think they're definitely worth having, and yeah, they're not badly priced, to be honest. They're not too bad. They're selling the UK version in the EU store, and it is in stock. It is currently in stock. Okay, cool. Well, if it is in stock, I'm pretty sure I just looked and it wasn't. Maybe in the EU store it is. Oh, you're talking about the UK version in the EU store. Yeah, okay, fine. Then yes, it is still in stock there. How's your G6 Pro Dome been? My G6 Pro Dome has been very good in the box at the moment. Actually, no, I've taken it out of the box. I've taken it out of the box because I used it while I was doing my UDB Switch video. Now I just need to do the second part of doing the review of it. But I went ahead and did this one first because I know a lot of people are going to be interested in this one. So yeah, that one's it's on the way. Any idea if we will see something to take advantage of hardwire? Any idea if we will see something to take advantage of the hardwired door and window sensors? So they showed something at not the UWC, Cydia, where they had an alarm panel which had physical connectivity relays in there. So I'm guessing that's going to be something that you might be able to do, but when that's coming, I don't know. Yeah, so there is something out there, and I think it's in one of my videos somewhere on the Cydia video. So if you go and search CEDIA on my YouTube channel, you'll find the video, and there's the alarm panel in there. You dropped drink on yourself. Nope, I just came out the shower. That's why my top looks like I'm wet. Do not use mag locks in your home. Electric strikes are okay. There you go. 4 bedrooms. So I guess again, I'll still add to that. Are you looking at just a router, or are you looking at an all-in-one device? Are you looking at how many APs you need? I mean, router, again, jump to the Cloud Gateway Fiber. It's the most popular, it's the most powerful in terms of compact. You might get away with a Cloud Gateway Max, but yeah. Always add a battery pack, depends on lock. Lock always open or always closed. Electric strike to door hub. I was looking at failed to secure. The only negatives I could see was a push to exit button and a bulky lock on the frame. Is the unified chime any good if you have cameras in Apple Home? The chime is okay. I mean, it does its job. It's not as loud as you would probably want it to be, so it is quite quiet. You'd probably want a few of them dotted around your home. Or if you have a home pod or something like that, you can do some triggers through there. You always promise. You should always promise on a very conservative side. If it gets released sooner, then customers will be happy. And then, yeah, no, I agree. But I think Ubiquiti, as we know up until now, have been very aggressive with their timelines, and I think they're going to continue to be in that route. And yes, they might annoy a few customers, but yeah, I think it's one of those things. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things, really. They've always been very optimistic. I'd say aggressive. They've been very optimistic with their timelines, and most of the times, generally, they hit those timelines. But there are times where they miss them, and because their release cycle is so frequent, you notice it more when they release it when they miss it more. But there's a few that there's some that they generally do hit, but then there's some that they miss, and the ones that they seem to miss are the more popular ones. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword there. I thought the car charger was US only. I think it is. I think the car charger is US only at this point. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Have I caught up with the messages or have I missed a whole bunch of messages? Yep, I've missed a whole bunch of messages because it's not working. Anyway, good evening, John. How are you doing? And good evening. I'm very well, thank you. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back here. And we're going to put this back up here. Right, where do we get to? Let's pop this chat window out. Let's pop this chat window out. And then I think I have it somewhere on here, actually. Let's quickly add it. Window capture. So the window we want to capture is that one. I don't know if that's live. It probably is. But, and it's probably very small if it is. Let's do this. Maybe that's a little bit more readable and I need to move a bit more this side so you can see me. Anyway, because I'm not going to mess around with too much. Right, here we go. Where do we get to? Seems like the stream's frozen. Yep. Yeah, I just randomly decided to leave halfway through. I don't know how many of you are still here. There's 31 of you, so I give you credit for sticking around. So thank you very much. I feel very honoured. Did a refresh or is it still frozen? He had auto update on. Yes. My machine is known to blue screen. I need to sell it, get rid of it, and buy Mac. I know. Because I no longer stream to that platform anymore. I do want to start streaming to that platform again, but it begins with a T. So I do want to start streaming back to that platform again, but yeah, I've stopped temporarily, and yes, I'm back. The new line of unified doorbells clearly show that Ubiquiti do not care about the fact that most homes do not have Ethernet wiring. It's difficult or almost impossible to add to some older homes. So I don't think they're going to, I wouldn't write them off in terms of just forgetting about it. I think they're releasing something that has PoE, but I wouldn't think they're not going to. So this is me just purely speculating. I don't know anything about this. I wouldn't think that they would just suddenly stop making a Wi-Fi version because there are so many of them and they're so popular. So they must know obviously how many they've sold, and it's quite evident that a lot of people have two wired to their doorbell. So it's one of those things. I think we just need to be a bit patient. I think the ones they release are with access readers, which is obviously very popular for some use cases, i.e., businesses. But yeah, I wouldn't write off that that's going to happen. I told him to get a Mac. Yes. I will get a Mac. Don't worry. At some point. I just need YouTube to be a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? They need to be a bit more. They need to be a bit more generous with how much they pay their creators, because at the moment it isn't a lot. So, this is clicking. Why are you clicking? There we go. Right. Anyway, add more RAM. This fixes it. Well, I already have 64 gig of RAM. I don't know how much more RAM I can add. Task manager. Look, I'm only using 20% of my memory, but look at that. OBS is using 2 gig already. Edge is using 1.5 gig. Anyway, you can't see that, but I can see it. Hello from the Netherlands. Good evening. Get a MacBook Pro. I will. Well, I ordered it on release day. Got lost. Still waiting. Ubiquiti offered me free delivery on a free delivery weekend. Well, they're going to wait again till Monday, and then they're going to offer you free delivery again. That's what they're going to do. Just bought a UNAS Pro 8. Still trying to figure out which drives to put in it. So yeah, I mean, there's a few YouTubers out there who solely focus on NAS. I think NAS Compares is one of them. He's quite good with NAS. I'm not even going to try and compare myself to him. He's very knowledgeable in that space. So I mean, generally, WD Red would be my first one that I would choose. But there's obviously a lot more enterprise grade, or something. Some of the drives that are a bit more hard wearing out there. So yeah, there's some that you can check out. I wonder, does the indoor and outdoor Wi-Fi mode affect the Wi-Fi coverage? I think it doesn't affect the Wi-Fi coverage. It just affects in terms of the channels that you can use, because some countries are regulated for certain things outdoors and some countries are regulated for certain things indoors. So just like in the UK, and I probably think still in the EU, we have the rights to use 6 gigahertz indoors, but not outdoors yet. So that hasn't been approved for us to be able to use that outdoors. Wi-Fi 7 mesh router is good for a 2-story home. I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, if you haven't got the cables that you need to run, then yes, it's probably definitely worth doing. So yeah, I mean, the mesh routers are good. You just have to realize with the bandwidth, each hop you go with your mesh, you lose 50% of your bandwidth. So keep that one in mind as well. And I think we are caught up with the chat. I think, he says. So, in that instance, okay, I will take this last question from you, Vessel. Thoughts on the Amplify Alien Mesh? Still a good buy? I mean, that used to be the Wi-Fi 6. It used to be a very popular line. For someone that just needs whole house Wi-Fi, they don't really care what sort of speed they have. I mean, Wi-Fi 6 is still fast enough. If you want something to just set and forget, you don't want things to play around with, then maybe so. The only thing I don't know, and it's not something I've checked in a little while, is actually how much the Amplify systems are now. I think I even have a video on the Amplify Alien, if I'm not mistaken. Amplify Alien router. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this bad boy. It's not bad. It's only 100 euros now. Oh, didn't want to do that. There you go. 120 euros. You can get yourself a 3,000 square foot coverage, 8x8 MIMO, Wi-Fi 6. Oh, this one brings back memories. It's been a very long time since I reviewed that. When was it? Let's have a look. Amplify Alien inside wire. Where are we? Wow. Okay. 4 years ago. Not bad. 4 years ago, August 2021. Here we go. How many views did I get on it? 2,200. That was a good result back then. Oh, wow. That is, I think we'll just close this video right now. Man, my YouTube skills are bad. Anyway, let's close this. Anyway, we don't need to see that. We've had enough of that. So let's go back to the talking head here. Right, later everyone, see you later. Yep, I think I'm going to close up the stream here. 16 stream, yep. Does some cheap. Wonder if I could make these work as an AP. I think it's got a different piece of software on there, so I don't think you will. Right, in that case, I'm going to close up this. Thank you very much to all of you who have joined me this evening. And even through my technical errors, you stuck around and saw through it. Hit the like button on the way out, and there'll be some more videos coming this week. And I will see you all next week.